Hello everyone, greetings from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. I'm standing here in the middle of that city and it's a wonderful day, sunny, crisp day here, late October. And the COVID thing isn't really that bad. I thought that the restrictions were going to be harsher than they are here in Holland still, but there is really virtually no face mask mandate left anymore, only on public transportations, but you don't need it in restaurants and bars and cafes and things like that. So that's excellent, and nobody wears them, of course, outdoors. The only thing I've noticed that is still in place, apart from face masks on public transportation, is that restaurants and bars close at 12 midnight, and so that's a thing that's still there. And about the QR code thing, you know, the vaccine passport thing, there was no showing. I didn't have to show anything when I arrived at the airport, I was going to say. So it was just walked straight out of the terminal into Amsterdam. But in some restaurants they are asking for QR code. You know, the QR code, can you show that you've been vaccinated, or if you had the disease not more than 180 days ago, or that you have a test showing that you're not infected. But they all, I've experienced this. I've been to maybe 4 or 5 places, and I've experienced this twice, I think, that they've asked for it. And they seem to be a little bit embarrassed, I must say, when they ask for it. So that shows how stupid this whole thing is, because I mean, we're all human, and we realize, we can sense that there's really something that's not really kosher about this. If I were working in a restaurant, I would feel the same way. I mean, there's a perfectly healthy, good-looking, nice person coming into your restaurant. So how can you reject that person? So, anyway, speaking about COVID, in Sweden, in my country, there's no vaccine pass developed still. Hopefully there will never be one. They have talked about it a little bit, but I don't think there's going to be one. Anyway, there is none, so that's good. That's not a big problem for us living in Sweden. Then we don't have to think about these things when we go to restaurants, and we don't have to worry about not having a job tomorrow if we go there without showing our QR code or anything like that. But there is, of course, a strong pressure. There is a strong pressure from the authorities and from a lot of people around who are acting as good soldiers for the government or something like that, that you should, of course, take your vaccine. Even if you have the disease, one never knows, you can never be too sure, take it anyway. So there is a pressure. And the Prime Minister said something to that effect the other day, Swedish Prime Minister. And he said these things many times, that it kind of, you know, judges people who don't take their vaccine. And I mean, there's no law, there's no mandate, but there is a social and psychological pressure. So, I mean, sure, you can say that the Prime Minister of Sweden can say that of course you should do this. We want everyone to do this because it's good for you, because it's safe. I mean, the society will be a safer place if everybody did this, because then we can faster get out of this pandemic. And sure, I mean, if that's the thing, if your only concern is what is good for you and for humankind and for the well-being of human society, of us being together here on this planet, then I could tell you, Mr. Prime Minister, that I would strongly recommend or even demand that you meditate 1 hour every morning, at least half an hour, because I know that this would be a better world. You would be better off, your neighbors would be better off, the crime level would go down, the level of sickness in society would go down. I know it for a fact, and it has actually also been shown. So, I mean, why not demand that? That would be a much faster way of getting out of not only this pandemic, but almost all the ailments we have, every problem we have in society. So, just to show that you can demand. Well, I don't think that these demands, that this social pressure, that psychological pressure that they put on people, really at its core has only to do with our well-being. It has to do with something else. Keeping the structure and staying, keeping people in check, really. Okay, so that's that. And then I want to say that as I said, I'm here. Did I say it? Or anyway, I say it now. I'm here in Amsterdam partly to do a couple of interviews. So I've done an interview with Lars Muhl, Danish mystic and writer. Very interesting interview that I did yesterday, and it's going to air next week. And then I've done an interview today with my dear friend and podcast colleague Gabriela Guzman Sanabria. It was also a wonderful talk that we did back at my hotel here, and that's going to air hopefully the week after that. And then also further down the track, I have clinched an interview with Ninja Thyberg, Swedish film director who is behind the movie Pleasure, which is about a girl who ventures into the pornographic industry, the porno industry in Los Angeles. Pornography, sexuality, a very, very interesting, intriguing topic that I want to delve into sometimes. So that's also going to be very, very interesting, of course. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you are too. See you on the podcast, and have a wonderful week. Bye from Amsterdam. If you like this video and other interviews and talks on Mind the Shift, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate all the support. Thank you.